So I was tagged in a video earlier, and she said, well, just wish I could break this trauma bond. Why am I so addicted to abuse? If you're new here, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and the trauma bond happens when you literally become bonded to somebody emotionally through the trauma that they have put you through, the trauma y'all have went through together. And a lot of people don't know this, but I've actually dated another narcissist before as well. And I'm pretty sure I experienced a trauma bond when that relationship ended because I was in so much pain. My stomach hurt, my head hurt. I could not stop thinking about this person because it was so toxic. I was addicted to the toxicity of that relationship, lies, the cheating, all that other stuff. And I was so angry. I'd be so angry that I would get triggered by seeing her name at a church or something like that. Like immediately pissed off when I see her name or something like that. And I hated that. I hate when people have control over me, control over my emotions, because if they can trigger you, they can control you. So I took that anger and started focusing on myself, self-love, self-appreciation. I bossed up, fixed my credit, went back to school, got my bag up, lost almost 100 pounds. All the love that I was applying to her, I applied it to myself, and I realized that she never deserved me in the first place. It starts with you. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammett, and I use my platform on social media to, raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of this disorder as well. This series is dedicated to just making my TikToks and YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be a lot longer than 60 seconds, I can guarantee you that. So, the video you just watched was about breaking the trauma bond and how myself personally have been in a relationship with another narcissistic person. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say that for the end. But as you see, the woman tagged me in her video and whatnot. She said, why did she like the abuse? Yeah, why am I so addicted to the abuse? You're not addicted to the abuse, folks. You are addicted to that narcissistic person. You're addicted to that feeling. You're addicted to that high, that dopamine rush you get by being with this person. That this person gives you one of, or if not the biggest dopamine rush that you've received from another person. But plus, you probably have a lot of codependency things going on as well that keep you addicted to this person. And you might just happen to have a lot of empathy, which makes you think that you can fix this person. Because, at the beginning of a lot of relationships with narcissists comes the love bombing idealization phase, where we just pound you with love and pound you another way. Or you get cheek clapping. There you go. I had to mention every video. I know people are getting tired of my cheek clapping jokes. For some reason, y'all, I'm not going to stop. It's part of my platform now. I'm just joking. But yeah, during the love bombing phase, the narcissistic person is going to appear to be everything that you want and need us to be. We just are going to do that. And that's just not narcissists that do that. I know people go like, hey, Lee, I'm not a narcissist, and I put my best foot forward too, because that's how you walk. One foot in front of the other. My best foot goes before my worst foot. Duh. Putting your best foot forward in the beginning of a relationship is not a narcissistic thing. Most people on the planet do that. Some of them will tell you straight up, I'm a terrible person, and you'll still be with them. Some people will straight up tell you, I'm an awful person. I cheat, I beat, I skeet, I dip out. I'm emotionally abused. They'll tell you exactly that, and y'all will still date them for some reason because you think, oh, at least they're honest. That's for another video, y'all. That's for literally another video. But a lot of times, like I said, they'll put their best foot forward. It's the intent that matters, and it's the authenticity that matters. If you are not a narcissist and you're putting your best foot forward to woo somebody into liking you or to being with you or starting a relationship or a family or something like that, that's different than me as a narcissist doing the exact same thing, but becoming somebody totally different. You are being the real you, the real authentic you to get this person. You're putting your own, the non-narcissistic person is actually putting their real best foot forward. The narcissistic person is putting a peg leg forward, an artificial foot. This is not I'm not trying to down amputees and whatnot. Mad respect for you. But that's what narcissists do. They put the peg leg forward. They put the fake foot forward and things like that. It's the best foot, but it's a fake foot. So once they remove that fake foot, you see them, they really don't have that leg. You go, whoa, who are you? But I still love you. You get addicted to the fake foot. You get addicted to that who you think that they are. You get addicted to who the narcissist shows you who we can be. And then once we start to pull away from that, once we start to show you who we actually are and what we actually do and what we are actually about, then you still know we could do the good stuff. You hang on to the good stuff. You're addicted to the good stuff, not the bad stuff. If it was all bad, I know this is one of the statements I hear so many times when I'm talking to people over Zoom. It wasn't always that bad. Of course it wasn't. If it was always that bad, it'd be easy to leave. You have nothing to hold on to. If it was always that terrible, it would be easy to walk away. You have nothing to hold on to. You focus on the good times. Tony Robbins says you have to, and another reason why you can't, you get stuck in these relationships doing the trauma bond, you attach too much pleasure to the relationship. You hyper focus on the good times. You hyper focus on the beginning. You hyper focus on when they were love bombing you. You hyper focus on that because people tell me that all the time. It's like the love bombing was intense. And you know what that means to me? There was a lot of cheek clapping going on and a lot of emotional. You connect to that person. You hyper focus on the good times. You need to focus. Like, I'm not telling you to focus on the bad times, but you need to attach more pain to the relationship. That's why I like talking to people over Zoom. I can do phone calls, but I like doing Zoom better because I like reading body language. I like seeing people's mannerisms and micro expressions and things like that. Because when they're talking about their ex or their current person, I can tell what level they are at. Because when you talk about your ex and the body language shifts to a good, like it's like you're remembering good stuff. It's like, yeah, they were doing this and it wasn't all that bad. I see the body language. I was like, look, I can tell right now you're still on this person right now. I mean, you're talking to me, of course, but like, I can tell right now by your body language that you are attaching so much pleasure to this person. You're attaching too much pleasure to it. Replace those good thoughts with those bad thoughts, and you'll get over that person quickly. Because a lot of people think you stay in a relationship like this long enough, you get conditioned to accept less. And we as narcissists, we do that. We don't give you less. If you take less, we're going to give you less. Why would we give you $100 if you would take $1? Why would we give you 10 hugs if you take one? Why would we give you a hug every day if one every month will satisfy you? One every 2-3 months will satisfy you. Why would we sleep with each other every single day? If doing it once every 2-3 months will satisfy you. If you're accepting less, we're going to give you less. If you're not accepting that, then we probably will move on. We'll probably replace you, because narcissistic people don't change. You know what I mean? That's why it is. Like if you accept less, they're going to give you less. And I'm not victim blaming. Like, I feel like you just blame me. No. If you accept less, you are accepting less. You're going to get less. Hey, I got $100. Will you accept $1 for that? I got $100 for your heart. Will you accept $1 for it? Yes. Who? Okay, you accepted that dollar, didn't you? Did you not? We can play the tape back, because in my mind you accepted that dollar. You know what I mean? So if you accept less, you will get less. You need to start accepting more. Don't accept less for you. Refine your value. That's how you start to break the trauma bond. You have to restart your value. Refine yourself. Find and build a better you. Go back to the foundational steps of who you are and rebuild a bigger, stronger version of yourself. A more emotionally stable version of yourself. A more emotionally sound version of yourself. Because so many people, I hear this too, they say, I lost who I was. I don't know who I am anymore. Good. You look at it as a bad thing. Who you are, who you were, got this narcissist. You need a better version of yourself. So when you get out of this relationship, because you will, when you get out of this relationship, if that's what you want, if you want to stay, stay. If you want to stay, stay. But notice, you look into the mirror. This is your future, okay? This is not me just like, no. I'm not advocating for abuse. I'm advocating for, if you stay, this is your future. If that person's not going to therapy or making any kind of major life changes, if you stay, this is your future. Got it? Cool. We cool. I'm not blaming you. I'm not judging you, but just need to understand. There's only so much. If you decide to stay, there's only so much blame you can put on the other person. There's only so much blame. They just treat me so terribly. Why don't you leave? It's just harder than what you think. Y'all have any houses together? No. Kids? No. Money together? No. Cars together? No. What is it then? Just love. Oh, love. Never knew what. No, I can't sing, y'all. But that's what it is. Love gets you caught up. Holding on to too much, hold on to the love will get you messed up. That's why I say, to break the trauma bond, you have to re-love yourself. Learn to re-love yourself, because you've given so much. You've taken so little love in return for how much the love you've given. Because you've been accepting that $1, but you've been giving 100 to somebody who doesn't deserve it. Somebody who should be getting $1 in return, you get them 100. Hey, I got $1 for you today. Here's 100 for you. Cool. They building up a surplus. They build up a surplus, and they just give you a little bit in return. That's why I say, when you are in a relationship with a narcissistic person, if they are not any kind of consistent change behavior,
you're getting a negative return on investment for this relationship. So you putting in 100, you're getting $1 back. And you know that money is just an analogy, y'all. The money is a metaphor for love. The amount of love, the amount of stuff you're giving. I just use money because it's easy. So you're giving 100, you get back $1. Sooner or later, you're gonna be exhausted. Your emotional bank account is gonna be exhausted and depleted. And guess who's full? They're the narcissist, me. I'm gonna take that because you have nothing left to give. Like, hey, can I get 100 for me today? You got 100? Got 100? I'm empty. I don't have any more to give you. Okay, cool. Because this girl over here, she's got a full bank. I'm gonna go deplete that one. Thanks. Can you give me some money back though? No, you're good. You'll be fine. And they'll leave you on E with nothing. Is that what you want? Because I feel like that's what a lot of people seem like that's what you want. You don't want that. Because narcissists, and you're like, how can they disconnect from me so easily after I gave them so much? Because you don't have anything else left to give. They don't see any more value in you. I know that's harsh, but sometimes they get to the point they don't see any more value in you because you've depleted yourself giving it to them. So breaking a trauma bond means you have to refill your emotional bank. You see how you gave so much to them, now you have zero left. You have to start giving it back to yourself. You have to start giving it back to yourself. How do I give it back to myself if I have nothing left? I have zero. I have zero. Go do something for yourself. When is the last time you went out and did something for yourself? Just by yourself. You turn your phone off, turn your computer off. You turn your phone, computer off, your YouTube off, but somehow you still hear my voice. You go to the beach by yourself. You disconnect from the world and you reconnect with you. Find you. And attach pain to the thoughts of this person. You attach so much pleasure, like, oh, our honeymoon, we did this. Oh, our honey, hey man, when I first met her, man, we did this and this and this. You're attaching too much pleasure. When you first met her, she did this and this and this, but when she left you, she took your heart, soul, kids, wife, money, whatever. She left you for your friend. Attach that pain right there. I'm not telling you focus on that pain. I'm telling you this how, me personally, I told you I was in a relationship with a narcissist. The pain, I used to work with this girl too, so I'm gonna do another video on working with a narcissist, but like, the pain it felt when this person, like, we were doing a whole bunch of stupid stuff together anyway, cheating, going out, we did a lot to each other, y'all, honestly. So I know people gonna say, well, Lee, you deserved it then. You got a little taste of your own medicine. Beep, 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 beep. You got a little taste of your own medicine. Okay, thanks, empath. Thanks, empath, for kicking me while I'm down. Thank you, empath. Thank you for kicking me while I'm down. You are such an empath. You're such a good person. No, but literally, that's why I don't talk about this. I got 4,000 videos online. You rarely ever hear me mention this because it's painful to talk about this situation. Because we worked together. You know, man, she was the first girl I talked to after my son's mom. We were addicted to each other. A lot of back and forth. Crazy. Cheek clapping sessions and all that other stuff. And then, like, we just grew apart. The emotional disconnect started to happen with me. It started to happen with her. We come back together, go apart, come back together, go apart. And then she finally, like, I ended up going back to my son's mom for a little bit. But she ended up finding somebody else, and we worked together, y'all. So she used to bring people in there that she was talking to. She used to torture me mentally. She used to tell me, we used to blockbuster video. So she used to mentally torture me by bringing her new boyfriend in there. Not just like, and that's why I told y'all, don't react. I give y'all this advice because I've lived it. She wanted me to react. She wanted me to cuss her boyfriend out and stuff like that. I'm a manager. I'm like an assistant manager. So I would just sit there and smile like, hey, have a good day. Was it painful inside of me? Yes, it destroyed me. It killed me. But I was not going to give her the pleasure of feeling like she could destroy me. And it hurt. That's why I tell y'all, do not react. If you made it this far, you got to drop a flame in the comment section for me. But like, do not react because she wanted a reaction out of me so badly. And she was not going to get it from me. Now, this is before the narcissism. This is before therapy. This is when I was in my early 20s, y'all. I'm 36 years old now. This is the woman I dated before, right after my oldest son's mom, but before my wife. This is her. It's kind of like a Voldemort situation. She who shall not be named. But yeah, she broke me. She did. And a lot of people are like, you deserve to be broken. You're a narcissist. Okay, cool. I deserve to be broken. I'll eat it. But it was painful, y'all. Because she had one of these common names. Like, her name would be, like, she had one of these common names. It's a word. I don't say it because it's too easy. It used to be on churches. So I'd be driving around town. I'd see her name on a church, and it would break me down. My stomach would hurt. I would just start getting angry. Because I was focused. I started getting angry. I just felt like I wasn't enough. I was overweight. So you know what I did? I started focusing on me. I started doing stuff for myself. I was 287 pounds. I got down to 195. I almost lost 100 pounds, y'all. I lost weight. I bossed up. I went back to school. I got my degree. You know what I mean? I just posted a picture of my diploma. I have a degree from North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, Industrial and Systems Engineer. I have an engineering degree. I'm smart, y'all. Like, lost weight, got a better job, started, met a better person for me. You know what I mean? And then they got to the point where I was using that anger, and I was hyper focused on being better than the person that she left me for, the person she ended up with. Then I got to the point where I realized she didn't deserve me in the first place. Because I had took all the love and stuff that I was pouring into her, and I started pouring into myself. Even though it was based on anger, even though it was based on that anger that I had experienced with her and stuff like that, even though it was based on the anger of us breaking up, going back and forth, her bringing her boyfriends into work, I ended up having to quit. I ended up having to quit that job. Y'all. I quit that job because I couldn't. I could not react for so long. I had to quit. I quit. I did. I literally. I went in there, clocked in one day and left. Locked the door and left. And I was a manager. I just shut the store down and left. I was like, bye. I'm not being here no more. So I know I couldn't handle it no more. You know what I mean? But I needed to do that. I needed to break free. I needed to break all ties with her. No contact for a very long time. And I was just even though I was no contact, I was still focused on it. I was still hurting. I was still painful when I thought about it. But I was still focused on the good time. We could have been so good together. Then I started focusing on the bad. I was like, this person treated me terribly. I treated her terribly too, but like we treated each other terribly. We were not meant to be together. This is not my soulmate. You know, she's somebody else's soulmate. She's not mine. You know, but she's a narcissist. Like, how can y'all two narcissists not have soulmates together? Like, I don't think two narcissist souls can go together. But it hurt to think about it. It was painful symptoms. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I literally couldn't do anything. I was sitting in the house mad, angry, just pissed that I let this happen to me. And I got to the point where I was just like, I started working on myself, lost weight, went back to school. You hear that song? If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you know that Vito song. It's called "You Got It" by Vito, Vedo. You know, fix your credit, girl, get at it, get your bag up, hit that gym and go get that degree. I got a degree, got a job, bought a house, met a new girl, got married, had kids. I did my own thing, and then I got to the point before all this stuff happened. I got to the point where I realized she didn't deserve me in the first place because I took all that love that I was giving to her and I poured it into me, and I became a way better version of myself. I would not be here if I was still with her. I would not be where I am in life if I was still with that person. She didn't deserve me. I didn't deserve to be with her. I didn't deserve her. I hope she's doing better without me. You know what I mean? I don't wish bad on her. I did for a long time, but wishing bad on her does not do me any good. I pray for her. I do pray for her. I pray for her all the time. Man, I just like hopefully she has a good life. But it's not for me. Your good life, live your good life over there. Like she lives in High Point, North Carolina, somewhere, but like, live your good life over there. Anyways, y'all, I know I'm done babbling on, but this episode means a lot to me. I gotta let y'all into my soul a little bit. And do not try to come at me. I'm just so blocking people. Yeah. I don't tell that story very often. I'm gonna put it in my book, but I don't tell that story very, very often because it does trigger me. But I wouldn't be here if I wouldn't have went through that, y'all. I just wouldn't. It's like a year of my life. I would not be here if it wasn't for that relationship. It wasn't for that pain I went through. Pain changes you. Hopefully it changes you for the better because it changed me for the better. It really did. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another episode. Break that trauma bond by loving yourself more. Give more to you. Pour more into you. You deserve more. If you give 100, make sure you get 100 back. Don't accept anything less than what you're worth. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Mental Illness is out. Peace.